Today is 8 July 2021 and this is Arun Valera, Chartered Accountant. This podcast is applicable to you only if your turnover in the preceding financial was more than 10 crores or if you are dealing with any person whose turnover in the preceding financial year was more than 10 crores. So if this is your first year of business, this section will not apply to you as there was no turnover in the preceding financial year. A new section 194Q has been inserted in the Income Tax Act 1961 by the Finance Act 2021. The heading of the new section is Deduction of Tax at Source on Payment of Certain Sum for Purchase of Goods. In simple words, you need to deduct TDS on your purchases. This section is effective from 1st July 2021. So this section applies if you are a buyer whose turnover in the preceding financial year was more than 10 crores. If you are purchasing goods from any resident seller exceeding 50 lakhs in a year, then you need to deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1% of the purchase value. The words used here are a resident seller. This means if the seller is non-resident, 194Q does not apply. In other words, in case of import of goods, this section will not apply as a seller in that case is mostly a non-resident. Also, it is clarified by the CBDT that the term buyer will not include a non-resident not having permanent establishment in India. It is also clarified that if the income of recipient is exempt, one need not deduct TDS under this section. Now you don't need to deduct TDS on entire purchase value. You will deduct TDS on an amount exceeding 50 lakhs. Let us say you purchase goods of rupees 30 lakhs from a person and again another 30 lakhs from the same person. In this case, you will deduct TDS only on rupees 10 lakhs which is in excess of 50 lakhs. This section applies with effect from 1st July 2021. So will you consider your transactions for April to June 2021 for 50 lakhs turnover? As per the guidelines of CBDT, the answer is in affirmative. Also, as per CBDT guidelines, you need not deduct TDS on GST portion. However, if your payment is earlier than the credit, then TDS needs to be deducted on entire payment. After deducting TDS, you will pay the same to government before 7th of next month. After payment of TDS, you will file quarterly TDS returns to include this purchase transaction on PAN of the seller. After filing of TDS return, you will get Form 16A from the TRESIS website and you need to issue the same to the seller. Now, an interesting case may arise if any other TDS section applies simultaneously with this new section. What will you do? The new section is clear. You need to deduct TDS under that relevant section and not under 194Q. Another interesting case may arise if any other TCS section applies simultaneously with this new section. Here also the new section is clear. The relevant TCS section will override this new section and 194Q will not apply. Now if you remember, section 206C1H was introduced in the last budget wherein TCS is required to be collected on sale of goods transaction. What if TCS on sale of goods applies and TDS on purchase of goods applies on the same transaction? Here also the new section is very clear that you need to apply 194Q TDS and TCS under section 206C1H will not apply. Let us understand this by making 4 possibilities. In the first possibility, let us say turnover of the seller as well as buyer is less than 10 crores. In this case, none of the section applies, neither TDS nor TCS. In the second possibility, let us say turnover of both seller as well as buyer is more than 10 crores. In that case, you will be applying 194Q. Now, in the third possibility, let us say turnover of the seller is less than 10 crores, but turnover of the buyer is more than 10 crores. Here, you will be applying 194Q. In the last possibility, let us say turnover of the seller is more than 10 crores, but turnover of the buyer is less than 10 crores. In that case, you will be applying 206C1H TCS and not 194Q. It is also clarified by the guidelines of the CBDT that if e-commerce operator has deducted TDS under section 194O, then you need not apply section 194Q on the same transaction. Let us combine the effect of section 206AA and 206AB. What if the seller does not furnish the PAN or has not filed the ITR for last 2 years? In that case, you need to deduct TDS at the rate of 5% instead of 0.1%. Now you will think, why should I bother about anyone else's tax? You will have to bother because if you do not deduct TDS, 30% of your purchase value shall be disallowed. That means 30% of your purchases will be added in your income. So primary responsibility to deduct TDS is of buyer. If the buyer does not comply with it, he will be penalized. Now, what is the responsibility of the seller in case the buyer fails to deduct TDS? In that case, the seller needs to comply with section 206C1H and collect TCS on the transaction. This is going to create a little discomfort in the beginning, but hopefully it is for the good of all. Thank you so much.